in the 5th round, I've just got to give it everything that I have. I got to gut it out, and I've got to finish this fight. So that's what I was looking to do.
And you talked about coming into this fight, how refreshing it was to not have to deal with the whole Ronda angle and all the emotion and all that. But it seems like this fight now sets up another fight with Ronda. So sure you want to enjoy the moment, but does that feel like the right move for you in the next fight?
The right move feels like drinking a Budweiser and eating cupcakes. That's what the right move feels like. And then I will talk to my, KHI in my management team, and we will discuss what's next, and we'll talk to UFC. My job as a champion is to fight the next best person, so whoever that is, I will fight him.
Thanks, Misha. And just quickly, for Corey, I think your fight tonight was one that people were debating a lot. Obviously, they started talking about the main and co-main afterwards, but people were saying, how did this fight play out? How did you have this thing scored? How did your corner score it? And did you feel like the decision and the scores were just?
I can be honest and say I didn't think it was going to be a 30-27 at all. In the corner, Mark Henry said the first round you could have lost, second round that was yours, but third round you got to go out and seal the deal and get this split decision. When they said 30-27, I kind of got worried. I didn't know which way it would go. See, he caught my kick and took me down. And I'll be honest and say I don't think I dominated like I should have, but I definitely feel I got the win.
Question for Misha. Congratulations, of course, on the win. The emotion of the moment, obviously you celebrated in that moment. Can you kind of describe, what it was like, feeling that versus maybe your first title win and everything you've gone through to get here, because I know it was a lot.
It's really hard to put into words, but I did tell Brian that it will be a red boxer brief night.
And a question for Holly. Obviously, you had such a big win over Ronda and obviously everything with that. But, when you have a fight like this, is it just back to the drawing board? Is it, can you reflect on this? Obviously you've had to deal with the defeat before in your boxing career, but how are you processing it right now? Because I know it's never easy to go through a defeat.
It isn't easy, but it's a growing experience. There's always these odds on paper, I always say, but for me, it's always 50-50 when you get in there. There's a winner and a loser, and that's all there is to it. And tonight, I do feel like I was doing enough to win the fight. She had a great second round. I felt like, I had 1, 3, and 4, and even 5 until I slipped up there. And, it's a learning experience for me. I should have been fighting those hands right away. And, I should have just not gotten so complacent. I just feel like I didn't have, I kind of let my guard down a little too soon, and it cost me the fight.
And a question for Conor, right here, Conor. Obviously, I know it's a tough night. You go in there obviously up 2 weight classes. Obviously, I know at the end of the day you did have respect for Nate Diaz. But kind of walk me through your emotions right now. Obviously it was a big night for you and a big moment for the company. But what are you feeling right now?
It's a bitter pill to swallow. I took a shot. I went at it. I feel I was simply inefficient with my energy. Usually I fight a man in the division I am champion in, and they crumble under those shots. But Nate took them very well. The weight, I think, allowed him to take those shots well. So I think with a little bit of an adjustment and a recognition that the bigger man, you must be a bit more efficient with your striking. You must not put everything into the shots. But I was simply inefficient with my energy. I made some errors. Hats off to Nate. He fought very well. He stayed in there. A lot of people have crumbled under the shots, and his range was a factor. My left hand was falling short sometimes. The wheel kicks my wheel kicks weren't, I threw them and missed, and once or twice maybe hit a glove, and I think they done more to my energy than they did to his energy, and it was simply a battle of energy in there, and he got the better of that. So this is the game. We win some, we lose some. I will never shy away from a challenge. I will never shy away from defeat, or this is part of the game. So I'm happy to come out there, continue and stay in this fight. I had many chances to not do this and sit and wait, but I went in. I took the fight, and it didn't pay off. This is the fight business. It's another day. I'll come back.
And I almost hate even asking you this question, Conor, because obviously you fought at lightweight before. You were a lightweight champion before. But does this, what direction does this put you in for what's next? I mean, is it a featherweight title defense? I know it's even hard to process this on the night, but where is your mind at with that?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of people celebrating this in the featherweight division. There are many people celebrating another man's victory. It's something that I cannot understand, how somebody not involved can celebrate another man's victory. At the end of the day, I am the featherweight world champion. I feel it is right to go back down and remind them of what I achieved and what I done to that division. But I am not forgetting about the 155-pound division. I am not certainly forgetting about the 170-pound division. I enjoyed the fact that a person could take the shots and keep coming. He kept his composure. He went into almost autopilot mode with the shots. His face was bust up, and I went into panic mode. There was just a shift of energy, and he capitalized on it. I think with a bit of adjustment and a recognition that the heavier man can take, it must take more than one, more than two, more than three to put the heavier man away. I think if I go in with that mindset at a heavier weight, I will do fine again. But I think next is probably go back down and defend my featherweight crown.
Thank you, Conor.
Holly, obviously your competitive spirit, drove this decision to fight Miesha now. How do you honestly, Monday morning quarterback this situation? How do you get better, and do you want to fight Miesha UFC 200?
I want to fight Miesha tomorrow, she would want the same thing, She's been around the sport a long time. I'm more anxious to get in and train right now than I have been in a long time. Everybody keeps, before this fight, a lot of people, why are you taking this fight? You should wait for the rematch. What? You know what? I'm in it to fight. That's what I'm in it for. And tonight I made some mistakes. And that's all it comes down to. I need to fix those mistakes. And I'm going to come back stronger. Miesha capitalized. And I've said this from the beginning. She's a scrapper, She can be behind in a fight and she can still finish. And I let my guard down. And it cost me the fight. So the next thing I want to do is I want to get back in the gym and get better. This is a whole different fight I had, and I do feel like my whole MMA career has been on this kind of fast course, which I love. I want the challenge, and I wanted to take this challenge, and I want to get it back in there. I want a rematch, or whoever they'll set up a fight with. I want that. I'm here to fight.
Thank you so much. And Conor, was there anything to this fight where 170 played a huge deal? What was the biggest deal about moving up to 170 in this fight?
I don't. It is what it is. He was a heavier. It was simply me fighting a heavier man, and that's it. But he could take a hell of a shot, and he's, him and Nick have that kind of style. They can take it and remain in there and remain in your face. In the second round, I was hitting glove. His range, he was coming close, and I was hitting glove, and that was kind of draining me. He was just simply more efficient with his energy. Stayed in my face, capitalized on it. I make no excuses. It is what it is. I came up short. I took a chance. It didn't pay off. I'll be back. It's been a crazy couple of years. I've only really burst onto the scene and climbed all the way. But I'm still really enjoying it. I'm not tired of it. Now, go back down to the featherweight division. I'd imagine will be what is next. I don't know. I still feel UFC 200 is there for me, but I'll go back and see it. I'm not cut. I'm I'm simply heartbroken, and that's it. I'll pick myself up and we'll figure it out in the morning.
Thanks, Conor. And just quickly, if I could, for Amanda, I know you were wanting to make a statement and really earn yourself a title shot. A big win for you, but a difficult third round. So to think about maybe, a 5-round fight in your near future, do you feel you did enough, or do you feel like it's going to take some time?
Yeah, I feel a little bit the third round, but I finish, I finish strong, and is my next step. You have to fight for the belt. I think I deserve. I think Holly have to fight Ronda Rousey, and I'm the next. I want to fight Misha. I think I'm around for a long time. I think now is the best time. What do you think, Misha?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here as a champ. I got to fight whoever they put in there. So I didn't get to catch all of your fight, but what I saw, you looked amazing. And, if that's what they deem is next, then my job is to fight.
Then we're going to wait, to see. I hope Dan White give it to me this opportunity.
Thank you. And since Nate is here, if I could just do one quickly for Nate. Congratulations. Obviously a huge win for you tonight. It was a tough battle for you early on. He was having some success. You said you thought you were going to have a slow start, but was there any point at all during that stretch where you said, this is not going to be my night?
No, I felt like obviously I was going to have a slow start. I didn't have a camp, so I knew start slow, warm up, pick up as I go. And, I didn't have no sparring, so I think I fucking should have dodged that punch a little better, but I had a slow start, so I knew I didn't win. It reminded me when I fought Kurt Pellegrino, my corner jumped in and they were like yelling, and I was like, hold up, I'm warmed up now. So I figured it would probably go something like that with a little less damage.
Conor, you said in an interview last year, just down here at the back, mate. You said in an interview last year that your previous defeat to this in 2010, tapping out, ate you alive.
Were basically, I'm not surprised, mother effers. And was that kind of a message that to everyone else that maybe they doubted you a little bit in this one, that this was not surprising to you, you're not looking at it as an upset?
No, I knew I was the superior boxer, the superior martial artist, superior jiu-jitsu. Came from, like I said from the beginning, I had the best training partners in the world in every aspect, in boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and MMA. So nothing surprised me except for that I got hit at all. I think with a full camp, I would have been flawless, but it's whatever. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He got a lot of push. He's been doing great, and he's got a lot of help behind him. And yeah, I just wish I had the same push, the same help. I've been in this a long time. I've been 9 years. It was like my 25th fight here in the UFC. And I've been in the last few years curious when this is going to pay off, and I think it's time. Now it's time.
And one more question for you, Nate. You have been around the sport for a long time. You fought at 155. You fought at 170. Conor likes to talk a lot. He did at 145 about the power that he has in that left hand. What did you think about the left hand? Like you said, you didn't get a sparring camp, so you did take some left hands tonight. How would you compare it to some of the power that you faced against other guys in the event?
I sparred full camps. I've been sparring with top 10 boxers for forever. Otis Griffin, Omar Henry. I did full camp with Andre Ward a couple fights back when he fought Chad Dawson. And just going in there, I've been hit with everything, the hardest stuff by 168-pound fighters. I spar with heavyweight fighters, and I've been hit with everything. So he punches hard. He's a hard-hitting little guy, but nothing I never felt before. So and I expected if I get hit by anybody, it's probably gonna be hard, But if you ain't taking me out, you're gonna get taken out straight up.